Hello, this is the Vikstrand talking. This is the capital of Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek, and this is our apartment we have rented, and I have a little surprise for you. Let's see what's in here in the living room. Ah yes, it is the Lundberg. That means it is another Bollywood review. Hello, this is the Vikstrand, and I have the Lundberg with me, which means that it is Bollywood time. But this time, it is not going to be any overacting, it's not going to be any glitzy song and dance number, it's going to be gritty action and gritty drama. This is Madras Café. And Madras Café is a sort of, what would happen if you would basically do Argo, but in Bollywood version?
Yes, definitely. This is a very different kind of Bollywood movie. It stars John Abrams, not very well known in the West, and Nargis Fakhri, who has been in Spy. Not a big role, but at least she's a semi-Western actress.
Yes, and this movie is set during the civil war in Sri Lanka, which is an unusual subject for a movie at all, and what I've understood, pretty unusual with the Bollywood movies as well.
Yes, though Bollywood movies often tackle difficult subjects, and they often also tackle subjects that are difficult from a national perspective, and they often show the enemies from a very human perspective, and they do that at least partly in this movie as well.
Yes, and shall we talk a little bit about the plot?
Yes. As we said, this is a movie about the Sri Lankan Civil War and India's involvement in it. Particularly, India tried to intervene military in it, and they tried also to set up a peace accord of their own that would benefit the Tamil population. The Tamilians are also an Indian population in southern India. So they basically tried to force the both sides to come into a peace accord.
And this doesn't set very well with the Sri Lankan government, because they are not Tamils.
No, and not with everyone who was Tamil either, actually. And some of these people hatch a plot for an attack in India, and that is the basis of this movie. And we shouldn't tell you how it ends, but it is a very, very different movie from how a Western movie would progress, sort of.
Indeed. Let's talk about what makes this movie great. I think this movie is great because it has suspense. I think it is a very interesting movie where you don't know where it's going to go, and you have basically no idea what's going to happen next, and that's a big plus for a movie.
Yes, I also think that the acting in this movie is very good. We talked about overacting in other movies. You have none of this here. Most actors and actresses are very good in this movie.
And it's also a very gritty, and it feels like you're really there. And since the Sri Lankan Civil War isn't, mainstream media thing, it's kind of interesting.
Yes, I would say so. And if you want to see a different kind of Bollywood movie that has none of the disco numbers and none of the dancing and none of the sort of heartfelt drama, but have something that resembles Western movies more, then this movie is for you, I would say.
As all movies, I think it has this is a bit of a slow burner, and takes some time to really take off.
Yes, it's really more of a thriller than an action movie, actually. And it sort of doesn't pick up until after a while, and you don't see where it's going until maybe halfway through.
Indeed.
Not really, except maybe the fact that the title of the movie is sort of just loosely connected with the movie.
Yeah. In my opinion, this is a really suspenseful and really well-acted movie with an excellent ending, if a very unexpected ending.
Yes, I would say so as well. And I would recommend it to basically anyone who wants to see a good war movie.
This movie and its absolutely solid ending, 85. And now, this is spoiler alert, because now we're going to talk about the ending. So if you haven't seen the movie but want to see the movie, you should switch off right now, because we're going to talk about the ending, and because it really needs to be addressed how this movie ends, I think.
Yes, because this is a movie which, like very many movies, has a ticking bomb in the middle, but in the end, and you sort of see it ticking down, but the hero doesn't get it on time. Actually, it goes off, and he loses his job. Gets to be an alcoholic. His boss loses his job, and that's the end of the movie. Actually, no sequel.
And he just, ends up like a washed-up guy somewhere in a shack that has no girlfriends, no job, no future for himself, and he has and he couldn't save the presidential candidate who was blown to smithereens.
No. This is a movie with a bad ending. Many Indian movies are like this, actually. That makes them a lot more suspenseful once you've seen a couple, because of their penchant for bad endings. You never really know how it's going to end.
Also, the fact is that there is no sort of, benefit for anybody in this movie. The war just keeps going, so more people lose their lives, because even bad movies sometimes have a silver lining, but not this one. This has just one of the darkest endings in history.
Yes, but I think that plays to the strength of the movie. It doesn't have this carbon copy happy ending where everyone goes home and lives happily ever after.
Indeed. So, that was Madras Café, and this is our last day in Kyrgyzstan, and maybe we'll come back to do a non-Bollywood movie from Kazakhstan. I have a small idea, but we'll see where it goes. Well, this is it from Kyrgyzstan, and this is the Wikstrand, and I am signing out.